If you're a creator, you know this feeling deep in your bones, right? The pressure is just immense. You pour your heart into an amazing YouTube video, you write a killer blog post, and then the real work begins. You've got to be on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, in newsletters, literally everywhere. It's totally exhausting, and it's the exact problem we're going to solve today. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about the trap that so many of us fall into. Then, we'll bring in AI as our new best friend for repurposing. We'll break down exactly how to talk to it with powerful prompts, turn that text into cool visuals, and then, this is the best part, show you how to automate the whole shebang. And we'll wrap up with the most important piece of the puzzle, you. Okay, so what exactly is this content creation trap? Well, it's that nagging belief that you have to create something brand new, from scratch for every single platform. That cycle, it's just not sustainable. It's inefficient, it wastes your valuable time, and honestly, it's a fast track to burnout. We call it the content treadmill. You know the feeling, you're just constantly running, trying to feed the beast, churning out more and more stuff. And a lot of the time, the quality starts to slip. But what if the goal wasn't to create more? What if it was to make the amazing stuff you've already created work a whole lot smarter? And this is where AI steps in and becomes your creative partner. It's a total game changer. You've already done the really hard work, right? You've created that amazing core piece of content. Now, it's time to let AI do the heavy lifting of adapting it for all those other platforms. And I'm not just talking about getting 1 or 2 extra posts out of it. I mean, with the right strategy, you can take a single blog post or a video transcript and just explode it into over 10 different marketing assets. We're talking social posts, newsletters, video scripts, threads, you name it, you can make it. So how do we actually do it? Well, the secret sauce is all in the prompt. The quality of what you get out of an AI tool, like ChatGPT, for example, is 100% tied to the quality of the instructions you give it. You know the saying, garbage in, garbage out. But a really great prompt, that's how you get gold. Just look at the difference here. A vague prompt like make a blog post is going to give you something generic, probably unusable. But a powerful prompt, it's super specific. It gives the AI a role to play, it gives it context on your style, it sets rules for formatting, and it even includes crucial guardrails like you are not allowed to make anything up. That's key. The process itself is actually pretty simple. First, you just decide your goal. What do you want to create? Second, you feed it that powerful, super detailed prompt. And third, you review what it spits out, ready to do a few quick edits. Let's actually see this in action. All right, let's start with a really common goal for creators. We've got a fantastic video, and we want to turn the transcript into a blog post that people will actually stick around to read. And that means it has to be easy to scan. Check out the level of detail in this prompt from creator Robin Bradley. She actually provides her brand voice rules and specifically tells the AI to preserve my words. That one little instruction is the secret to making sure the final output still sounds like you. It's brilliant. And boom, here's the result. The AI gave back a really well-structured post. You've got a headline, clear subheadings, short, readable paragraphs. Look, it's not a final draft, but getting 90% of the way there in just a few seconds, that saves you hours of work. Okay, so that's one asset down. Awesome. But how do we turn this into a full campaign? Well, using that exact same transcript, our next goal is to create a bunch of bite-sized content nuggets for a platform like LinkedIn. Now, this is a pro move. Notice how the prompt doesn't just tell the AI what to create, valuable standalone nuggets, but also what not to do. By telling it to avoid those classic AI cliches and weird phrases, the output just sounds so much more human and authentic. All right, we've got our text-based content covered. But what about visuals? Well, we can use the exact same prompting strategy to create scripts for things like Instagram or LinkedIn carousels. We're basically building a plan for really compelling visual content. And again, it's all about structure. The prompt lays it all out. The number of slides, the format for each one, short, scannable, one idea, and a clear story, starting with a strong hook and ending with a call to action. And would you look at that? The output is a perfect, ready-to-use script. The AI followed every single instruction. It delivered a hook for slide 1, different points for the middle slides, and a clear call to action for the end. This is literally a blueprint you can hand off to a designer or plug into a design tool. Okay, this process is powerful, for sure, but it's still pretty manual, right? You're still crafting and copy-pasting individual prompts for every single asset. That's the final bottleneck. So let's talk about the next step, automating the entire campaign. Because let's be real, even this easy way has some friction. What if you didn't have to sit there and think about the prompt for the blog post, and then the LinkedIn post, and then the carousel script? What if you could just do it all at once? Well, this is exactly what tools like Buzz by Tuli were built for. Think of it as your AI-powered campaign in a box. You just import your transcript or your blog post, and it instantly generates all these ready-to-use marketing assets designed to attract leads and actually drive sales. And when I say all your assets, I mean all of them. Episode titles, show notes, blog posts, social media content for every single platform, newsletters, emails, even ad copy and landing pages. It takes that entire manual process we just walked through and collapses it all down into a single click. It's pretty wild. Now, with all this talk about AI and automation, it's really easy to forget the most important part of this whole thing. AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it's an assistant. It is not the creator. You are the creator, and your unique voice, that is absolutely irreplaceable. Creator Brian Collins puts it perfectly here. The real strategy is to write what AI can't. Your personal stories, your unique insights, your human experience. That's what people crave. Let the AI handle the boring, repetitive stuff so you can focus on the parts that only you can bring to the table. So, that leaves us with one final thought. We've seen how AI can get you off that content treadmill and basically automate an entire campaign from just one piece of work. So the question isn't, how will I find the time anymore? The question is, now that AI can handle all that repetitive work, what truly amazing thing will you create?